Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of DMS 3000 News. It's episode 113 on this last day of January 31st, 2024. And we welcome you to this final program of the month. We are here. Boy, what a way to kind of end the month on a high note, and we are going to do it today. I want to thank my guest first off before I do anything else. I want to thank Zach Dietrich or Directs for coming on the show yesterday and showing his fantastic artwork. We, of course, will invite him back at any time that he wants to come on and show or talk about art and the art world. So anytime, Zach, you want to come on, we'll be happy to have you. And like I said before, if you'd like to be a guest on our program to talk about anything and everything that is out there, please drop us a line and we'll get you on. Even if it's something that's going to be a harsh thing, or if you even want to attack me, I don't care about that. Let's have a debate out there and see how far you can go before you realize that wait a minute, I made a fool of myself. No, but whatever the case, definitely we'd like to have you on and of course promote you, or if you're the kind of person that basically can't stand me and needs to debate me on things and correct me in some which way, shape, or form, hey, that's fine too. I have no problem with that because at this point in the game, I know where my sources are coming from, the credible sources. So, anything that you disagree with on the show, that's why I always say, if you feel that we need to cover a story or cover a group of stories at any given moment, drop us a line. Feedback is important. We would like your feedback definitely because, as we go higher up in the episodes and we get closer to our second year on the network, we're going to be going into some more in-depth stories and pass information along to you that can be vitally important and inspire and enrich your day and your evening as well. Okay? All right. So before we even do anything else, there's new episodes of Children 3000 Hangouts, Fridays at 8 o'clock, but the exception this week is because of the award show that's coming this Friday, February 2nd at 8 o'clock. So there will be no interview, but there will be an award show. And I hope that you will tune in to watch to see if you won or if your favorite show did win or your favorite person or group of people, whatever the case. We'll see who gets the awards this year, and do tune into that event as well. The final episode of Let's Talk Football premieres tonight, and there will be two less people. Well, I don't know if Victor's going to show up, but I'm not going to be there. So it's David and Jesse to give you the final show before Super Bowl Sunday. At this point, like I said yesterday, I could care less now who plays, and for that matter, who wins, because I really wanted Baltimore and Detroit, and unfortunately now it's KC and San Francisco. Two teams I despise very much and don't like, so at this point, I don't care, and I don't have anything to report for you because I'm getting ready for our big show tonight. Wipe Those Tears at 9 o'clock Eastern. We have a very special guest coming on. It's going to be a foursome tonight as we have Gianni Pizzi, Brandon Bogart, and Mark Leota, and our special guest who will be in the fourth member of our five-man group. It's going to be Scott McVeigh. He will join us, as well as we have some information to pass on to you next week. So as we get closer to March, February is going to be a very interesting month. We've got some fantastic things for pilot shows that are going to be out. And of course, new episodes of some stuff, new shows to go into the summertime. So stay tuned for all of that as well. Should be fun. But today we've got some information and some great articles for you. Also, too, I forgot to mention this, starting tomorrow, because February is Black History Month, every day we will look at least one or two or even maybe three particular people who have made Black History Month very special, very inspirational. These people have sacrificed a lot, and they are going to be tributed all of the month of February. At least once or twice a day, we'll have one or two or even three articles pertaining to Black History Month. So stay tuned for all of that starting tomorrow on episode number 114 of DMS 3000 News. Okay, our first look at the articles today. And of course, I am Jason DeCanio, the host of this great show that's been on since June 5th of last year. We're coming up into our, we are 5 months away from a year's program's worth. So this is our 7th month already. And I think we're doing fantastic. The views look pretty good. Some views have more than others, depending. I want to, of course, thank Brandon Martin. I want to thank Mark Leota and Brian Snow for all covering for me at any given point. So these guys basically are the 3 core people that I would go to if I ever needed to take a day or for any fill-ins or to take a week off on vacation. These guys will basically be my go-to. Thank you, and stay on call because you never know. We may need you. All right? And then the first article today will be how I saved $13,000 in 1 year doing 3 simple things. Yes, this person apparently did 3 simple things that you can do. We'll follow along with it. And this is how they save $13,000 in a year. We don't know what they are until we read the article, so stay tuned for that because it's an important one. And how to learn something new every day to stay sharp and interesting. You know, the old saying, winning never gets old. Well, learning never gets old either. No matter how old we are or how young our brains are still developing, there's always a chance for us to learn something new every day to stay sharp and interesting. So we'll give you the, I got an itchy nose. Sorry about that. We'll give you the lowdown on all of that to give you a chance to get you inspired to learn something new every day to stay sharp and interesting. And here's how your memory really works. So I guess today we're really doing budgeting and memory today. Like yesterday we did arts, and on Monday we did food. So we've kind of narrowed the articles to a specific theme, and 2 out of 3 of those articles today have to do with memory and skill sharpening and a little bit of budgeting in it as well. So we'll see how your memory really works, give you some information on that you might want to take some notes down. Remember, all of our articles come from the Reader's Digest. The main articles, our headlines come from NPR, and our sports come from Google Sports as well. We have those plus what day is today, and of course, Ralph Marston's motivation of the day later on at about 5:15 toward the end of the program. Okay, all of that and more as we get ready to start this edition of episode number 113 of DMS 3000 News. All of our articles are for today, January 31st, 2024. And wouldn't you know it, Mark Zuckerberg is on the chopping block. Him and Linda Yaricano, among tech CEOs, are grilled for failing to protect kids. Yes, the top executives from Meta, X, TikTok, Snap, and Discord get the 5th degree from the Senate Judiciary Committee. It's about time. But we all know that Elon Musk, out of all of them, actually changed up his whole game plan to try to make X, which used to be Twitter, a little bit better. But yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, wow. He's not made Facebook any easier to navigate around. In fact, they had a glitch this morning. I was on there today around before 8 o'clock, and the weirdest thing happened to me. I tried to message somebody, and as I clicked on their box to Messenger, the thing was refreshing, and it was going all the way back to the top of a conversation when you start a conversation with somebody. So if you had a long conversation with somebody, that thing kept going, woo, 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 woo. And I said, what the heck is this? And it turned out to be a Facebook glitch. By 8 o'clock, it was fixed because I think a lot of people were complaining that on their computer or their laptop, they couldn't get that kind of situation. Worked on all the phones, but for some reason, there was a glitch on the computers. Oh boy, Facebook, end of the month, and you're already starting this stuff from the new year. Boeing declines to give a financial outlook as it focuses on quality and safety. In a call with investors, Boeing's CEO didn't offer a financial outlook for 2024. He said the company is focused on quality and safety after a fuselage panel blew off a 737 MAX 9 jet in midair. Newly released recordings reveal what officers said after Tyree Nicholas's fatal beating. About 21 hours after newly released video and audio are revealing more about what first responders in Memphis, Tennessee did and said that night Nicholas was pulled over and mortally injured. Ooh. The Federal Reserve holds interest rates steady, but signals rate cuts may be coming. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady on Wednesday, but indicated that rates could fall in the coming months if inflation continues to cool. Ray warns Chinese hackers are aiming to wreak havoc on U.S. critical infrastructure. The FBI director says Chinese state-sponsored hackers targeting of U.S. critical infrastructure, including water treatment plants, pipelines, and the power to grid, poses a national security threat. Duh. Piss them off even more, and this is what they're going to do. Taylor Swift, Drake, BTS, and more may have their music taken off TikTok, and here's why. Universal Music Group, the world's largest music company, has threatened to remove all of the music it owns from TikTok unless the streaming platform agrees to more favorable terms. Yeah, like having everybody of their members pay a monthly fee. You watch. It's going to trickle all the way down to you guys who use TikTok. PGA Tour strikes a $3 billion deal with a sports owners investment group. The PGA Tour is getting a $3 billion investment from Strategic Sports Group in a deal that would give players access to more than $1.5 billion as equity owners in the new PGA Tour enterprises. Academy of American Poets receives its largest ever donation. The Andrew W. Mellon Foundation has awarded 2 grants totaling more than $5.7 million to support the organization's Poet Laureates, as well as a national alliance of organizations promoting poetry. Interesting. Fed weighs cutting interest rates, 50 years of Groundlings comedy. A Federal Reserve meeting ending today could offer clues about potential interest rate cuts in the future, and the Groundlings Improv and Sketch Group celebrates 50 years as an incubator for comedy stars. Qatar's prime minister warns an intolerable Gaza situation poses regional risk. NPR's Lila Fadel talks to Qatar's prime minister, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdulrahman bin Jassam Al Thani. Wow, about brokering a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war and an exchange of hostages and prisoners. You know, let me tell you something about this, folks. Israel can fight its own war, okay, and do the damage it needs to do because they're the ones that got attacked. Don't bring the United States into this. And Mr. President, for all time's sake, don't you dare tell Israel how to fight a war, since you yourself don't even know how to go in there with force, okay? How the heck do you expect to give your expert advice about a ceasefire when you yourself have caused all of this damage and think you know everything there, you skunk ass? Really? Do you really think the American people are going to trust our oppressor in chief, considering the fact that he has all this blood on his hands, folks? This guy pretty much knows what he's done, and he will continue to do whatever it has to do to get his pockets filled with money. That's all he cares about is power and money. That's what you voted for 3 years ago, folks. So if you voted for Joe Biden in 2020 because you hated Trump's guts so badly, you have the blood of a sick man on your hands. Yes, you do. A sick and incompetent person. You have the blood, okay? So don't go crying that the world is in violent chaos and it's all the Republicans' fault. It's all the conservatives' fault. It's all Donald Trump's fault. No, Donald Trump did not cause these wars to happen. In fact, there was no war. There was no violence. In fact, there was peace. There was prosperity. There was growth. There was everything opposite of what we had prior to 2021 and the pandemic. Okay? You people got spoiled, and now you're going to suffer at the hands of the very person who promised you a whole bunch of stuff in his presidential campaign, Joe Biden, and you're going to try to vote him in again and see if he can change his ways. The man is not going to change. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about me. He don't even care about his wife. Who does he care about? Himself? Me, myself, and I. That's all he cares about. 3 people in one. He don't even care what God is doing at this moment. He don't care that he's destroying God's planet. He doesn't care that he's the cause of all of this. Folks, you need to understand this. And if you gotta be a skunk bucket and say, well, Trump is a loser. There was more chaos with Trump than ever before. I don't like what he's got to say. Look, man, put your personal feelings aside and realize you had it good. From 2016 to 2020, you had it good. You had gas prices down, inflation was down, the economy was prospering, everybody was happy and making money, and capitalism was in a point, and there was no war, there was no violence, there was no terrorist cells, nothing. Why is it that you guys want violence? Why is it you want hatred, division, all the things that this son of a gun has given to you? Why do you want it? Why do you accept it? Do you call yourself a true American by accepting this trash? Think about it, folks. Your future, your grandkids' future, your children's future, for that matter. What if you were to die tomorrow? Could you possibly leave everything to your future children and your grandchildren and who you have right now? Could you possibly leave this earth knowing that this chaotic mess made by one guy, one person, destroyed your freedom, took away your independence? This man took away everything that you stood for as an American. You basically got slapped in the face. Okay, so you want to keep whining and complaining and saying that we're not getting what we want and that there's just too much disorder in the world and it's all Trump's fault. Okay, and like I said, I don't watch the garbage people on CNBC, MSN, DMC do the stupid stuff. I don't watch those liberated liberal networks. You guys can go to the men's room and the women's room and piss your hearts out. You will never come on this show and convince me that what you think is right. You don't have facts. All you have is a made-up bunch of doo-doo. That's all you have. I block you on YouTube. I block you on your own websites. I will never come and visit your stuff. I have nothing of interest with you. Why? Because you cannot tell the truth. You will not admit that you are lying to the American people. And sure as heck, you're lying to yourselves. Okay? That's why. Let's continue on. All right. As she leaves DOJ, Associate AG recalls the cases that will stick with me forever. Vanita Gupta has been the first woman of color to serve as Associate Attorney General. It's a job with a huge portfolio that ranges from civil rights to immigration to abortion. As Ukraine seeks to replenish its depleted army, a divide grows among its civilians. Ukraine is looking to reform its conscription policies to help bolster troop numbers after nearly 2 years of war, fueling fears among civilians who don't want to fight. For Chicago's new immigrants, informal support groups help ease the pain and trauma. Thousands of new migrants arriving in Chicago fled difficult situations and endured dangerous journeys. Informal support groups can provide some mental health care to ease their trauma and distress. From the hospital to a tent in hours, what it's like giving birth in Gaza now. UNICEF estimates about 20,000 babies have been born in Gaza since Israel began its offensive there in response to the October 7 Hamas attack. Wow. Elon Musk cannot keep Tesla pay package worth more than $55 billion, judge rules. Elon Musk is not entitled to landmark compensation package awarded by Tesla's board of directors that is potentially worth more than $55 billion, a Delaware judge ruled Tuesday. Utah is the latest state to ban DEI efforts on campus and in government. Utah's governor signed a bill into law Tuesday that makes the state the latest to prohibit diversity training, hiring, and inclusion programs at universities and in-state government. The arts span every facet of life. The White House just hosted a summit about it. To support President Biden's whole of government approach to the arts, officials from different agencies, arts advocates, and artists came together for a summit called Healing, Bridging, and Thriving. Impeaching Mayorkas. High crimes and misdemeanors are political as usual. Immigration and management of the U.S. southern border is always a politically charged issue, but especially at this moment. Yes, folks, it's the top issue that makes everybody wonder, besides the economy, do we need to fix the immigration things? And the big answer is yes. And this scumbag right here, he does not care. He wants to lie to the American people. Mayorkas, you fool. Yeah, I don't think so, for what it's worth. I don't think so. Oh, now I lost my place. Sure. Oh, boy. Let's see. Where am I now? Come on. There we go. Yeah, so Mayorkas, there he is. Phew. This guy's a piece of work, man. Why you, of all people, you intelligent fool, would lie to the American people, say the border is secure. There's no problem. Dude, people have been going down to the border, that reporters, other people who care enough about the country as a whole have gone down there to see the destruction for themselves. You yourself have not gone down there. None of you liberal idiots have gone down there to look and see what's going on, to get the picture in there. What is it? Do you have to see it to believe it? You can't get a report on TV showing the pictures, the video, all of the reports that say that our immigration border is broken? Our walls are broken. Our country is broken. What more do you need? Take the blinders off your freaking face and face reality for a change, and stop living in the damn freaking outer world. Because right now, continuing to lie to the American people is not going to get you elected for the mon. Okay? Even the Democrats are wondering to themselves, how much more can we take? Well, here's the big thing, folks. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago, is the big question. And the answer is no. No, you were not better off than you were 4 years ago. Right now, you guys are living paycheck. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. All of us are living paycheck to paycheck, barely struggling, barely to get by, because there's no jobs out there. There's no money to be made. And we have to force everything to get things paid. And we have to sacrifice certain things. Some things have to go late. Unfortunately, for me, nothing goes late. But the bottom line is that it's a real issue that America is suffering at the hands of idiots like Mayorkas, Biden, Harris, Kareem Jean-Pierre, all of you guys, all of the Secretary of Defense, the whole left side of you is just lying to the American people. And the liberal news networks, of which I don't watch, continue to lie because the liberals lie, the Democrats lie. And if you want a country run by liars, then you keep voting for Democrat. You want the Republicans in there that have given you the truth of the situations time in and time again, then you change your vote. You spit in the Democrats' face and say, screw you. Enough is enough. Stand up. Stop being a coward and go in there and vote on election day and nail these guys to the cross. Do it, because your future, it's your butt, your life, your ass. Protesters by farmers block highways to Paris and elsewhere in France. The farmers are protesting over low wages and foreign competition, among other things. Prime Minister Gabriel Attal tried to address their grievances in Parliament, but protests are expected to go on. And finally, Representative Cori Bush is under investigation after hiring her husband as security. Missouri Democrat Representative Cori Bush says she is under federal investigation for using campaign funds to hire her husband to provide her security. She denied wrongdoing and says she's cooperating fully. First of all, to deny everything that basically you were recorded for against Trump, you're now denying it? Yeah, typical left-wing Democrat. Really, you give a bad example to all of the Democratic representatives in the Senate and the House. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And then, of course, to bring your husband into this whole mess, so you could be, you need security. Surely. Why do you need security? You need to be open to every attack that's coming to you. You need to be able to handle it, and you're a coward for not. So, of course, you're going to deny, lie, do everything you can to not go to jail and not pay fines and not be taken, not have your position taken away from you. Good luck, and see how far you get. And there you have it, friends. The headlines, of which I really, to this point, I can't stand giving these headlines anymore because it's so depressing. But there they are for you. Every day we'll give you those harsh headlines, and if I have something to say on it, I'm going to say it. And you know what? At this point, I've said it before, I will continue to stand by my beliefs and what I think is the truth. And half of the time, like I said, NPR, we just give you the headlines, and already, like I said, NPR, left side, not good, folks. All right, we have a little time left. Okay, let's get to the NBA and see what happened here. And we've got scores to go on from, we got one game yesterday, and that game was, oh, no. Well, here we go. We have more games. I'm sorry. Let's see. The Jazz fall to the Knicks. So they fall to the Nets. Now they fall to the Knicks. 118-103. Celtics over the Pacers, 129-124. Lakers lose to the Hawks, 138-122. Bulls over the Raptors, 118-107. And the Warriors take care of the 76ers, 119-107. Tonight's games at 7 o'clock, Clippers at Wizards. Pistons at the Cavaliers. Bulls at Hornets. Kings at the Heat at 7:30. At 8 o'clock, the Pelicans will take on the Rockets. The Nuggets at the Thunder. Magic at the Spurs. Mavericks at Timberwolves. The Suns will play the Nets tonight at 8:30. Don't know why that game is late, but they'll do it at Barclays. And at 10 o'clock, the Bucks will take on the Trailblazers. All right, let's go to the NHL real quick. Time is getting short here, and we had to go to commercial because we spent a lot of time on basically, two games yesterday. Blue Jackets beat the Blues 1-0. Shut them out. Sharks shut out the Kraken 2-0. Tonight's games have the Senators at the Red Wings at 7, the Kings at the Predators at 7:30, and to round it out, the Sharks and the Ducks at 10:30, and then the All-Star game goes on February 3rd. The NHL will be off from February 1st to the 4th and return on Monday, February 5th to start their games in the second half of the season. All right, sports is done. And when we come back, we'll look at what day is today. And then our first of 3 articles of how I saved $13,000 in 1 year doing 3 simple things. We'll be back with more DMS 3000 News right after this.
That Cocoa Krispies chocolatey taste sends you to this chocolatey place, to a land full of chocolate that goes snap, crackle, pop-a-lot. Let Cocoa Krispies fill your spoon and soon be gazing at a cocoa moon, sitting under a chocolate palm tree by the cocoa sea.
Kellogg's Cocoa Krispies, part of this complete breakfast.
Get the Cocoa Krispies taste. Leave a chocolatey smile on your face. Snap, crackle, pop. Cocoa Krispies. Yeah.
We were searching for fun fruit trees, and boy, were we surprised. We saw sun-kissed fun fruits change their shape by doing exercise. They changed to letters, numbers, and animal shapes. New sun-kissed fun fruits, letters, numbers, and animals are made with real fruit, so they're real fun to eat.
Letters, numbers,
Animals! New sun-kissed fun fruits.
letters,
Numbers.
animals.
Happy Days, weekdays at 9 on TV2.
This is wonderful.
No problems, no emergencies.
No Dr. Craig. And to celebrate, here's something for you and something for me.
Thanks. Wow, no pictures. Dr. Craig would be impressed.
Very funny. Actually, I love to read. Reading's exciting, enlightening, entertaining, and very relaxing.
You're absolutely right. Sunshine, fresh air, and a good book. We're in for a perfect day.
You can be a winner every week with Ben Matlock.
Next to injustice, I hate losing.
Matlock, Tuesdays at 7 on TV2.
You're watching KJRH, TV2, Tulsa.
We were searching for fun fruit trees, and boy, were we surprised. We saw sun-kissed fun fruits change their shape by doing exercise. They changed to letters, numbers, and animal shapes. New sun-kissed fun fruits, letters, numbers, and animals are made with real fruit, so they're real fun to eat.
Letters, numbers, animals!
New sun-kissed fun fruits,
Letters, numbers, animals! That Cocoa Krispies chocolatey taste sends you to this chocolatey place, to a land full of chocolate that goes snap, crackle, pop-a-lot. Let Cocoa Krispies fill your spoon and soon be gazing at a cocoa moon, sitting under a chocolate palm tree by the cocoa sea.
Kellogg's Cocoa Krispies, part of this complete breakfast.
Get the Cocoa Krispies taste, leave a chocolatey smile on your face. Snap, crackle, pop. Cocoa Krispies, yeah.
We were searching for fun fruit trees, and boy, were we surprised. We saw sun-kissed fun fruits change their shape by doing exercise. They changed to letters, numbers, and animal shapes. New sun-kissed fun fruits, letters, numbers, and animals are made with real fruit, so they're real fun to eat.
Letters, numbers, animals!
New sun-kissed fun fruits,
Letters, numbers, animals!
Happy Days, weekdays at 9 on TV2.
This is wonderful.
No problems, no emergencies.
No Dr. Craig. And to celebrate, here's something for you and something for me.
Thanks. Wow, no pictures. Dr. Craig would be impressed.
Very funny. Actually, I love to read. Reading's exciting, enlightening, entertaining, and very relaxing.
You're absolutely right. Sunshine, fresh air, and a good book. We're in for a perfect day.
You can be a winner every week with Ben Matlock.
Next to injustice, I hate losing.
Matlock, Tuesdays at 7 on TV2.
You're watching KJRH, TV2, Tulsa.
We were searching for fun fruit trees, and boy, were we surprised. We saw sun-kissed fun fruits change their shape by doing exercise. They changed to letters, numbers, and animal shapes. New sun-kissed fun fruits, letters, numbers, and animals are made with real fruit, so they're real fun to eat.
Letters, numbers, animals!
New sun-kissed fun fruits,
Letters, numbers, animals!
All right, welcome back to DMS 3000 News. Sorry about that, but we were in the middle of a commercial there, and everything decided to crash. But we are back, and we replayed the commercials for you. So you might have seen a little bit of a black screen there. No problem. We're back, and we're ready to go. Today on our what is National Holiday, we have National Hot Chocolate Day. Yes, yum, yum, yum. And on this cold day here, even in Florida, we can even celebrate it. Few beverages are as deep-rooted in culture of Americans' collective childhood, quite like hot chocolate. And this drink reminds us of raining days, skiing, sledding, or even a quiet day watching the snowfall. It's thick, silky, toasty, and usually smothered in whipped cream. And no other drink brings warmth to our lives and taste buds quite like hot chocolate. So cozy up with your favorite mug, because on January 31st, we celebrate National Hot Chocolate Day, a day devoted to our favorite chocolate beverage. And here's the timeline. Started in 500 BC as the ancient Mayans drank chocolate made from crushed cocoa seeds mixed with water and chili peppers. Yeah, it used to be very hot and spicy because they didn't have whipped cream or any kind of dairy products to kind of, finish it off there and make it sweet either, for that matter. And then in the 1500s, chocolate gets wanderlust. Explorer Cortez carried cocoa beans and tools for making hot chocolate with him to Europe. 1876, milk chocolate. Swiss chocolatier Daniel Peter created the first milk chocolate by combining powdered milk with chocolate. And in 1961, Swiss Miss, yes, popular hot chocolate manufacturer Swiss Miss started selling its first powdered hot chocolate that could be mixed with water instead of milk. So indulge in your favorite hot chocolate by heading down to your local coffee shop or restaurant with your go-to drink. The truly best way to celebrate hot chocolate in all its chocolatey glory is simply drinking it. Whipped cream and marshmallows are surprisingly easy to make. Marshmallows are a simple combination of gelatin, vanilla, sugar, and corn syrup, while whipped cream is just whipping cream beaten with sugar. Find a new recipe online and put your culinary skills to this easy test. You'll have a tasty recipe to sweeten up your chocolatey repertoire. And today there's even an endless array of hot chocolate concoctions. Mexican hot chocolate, white hot chocolate, creme de menthe, hot chocolate, gingerbread. You get the idea. Make the happy hour a sweet sensation with friends by preparing some quirky hot chocolate flavors. It'll liven up everyone's favorite winter sip. And why we love this National Hot Chocolate Day? Well, when it's cold outside, staying cozy by the fire with a mug of hot chocolate between our hands is one of our favorite winter traditions. And let's be real, when all you need is a little snuggle and warmth, this drink warms your whole body and tastes luxurious too. And chocolate contains many vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and biochemical compounds, all of which help give our body a satisfying health boost. Hot chocolate even increases the microcirculation in your skin. Who knew a hot chocolate obsession could be so good for our health? And when we drink hot chocolate, its chemical compounds signal the brain to release endorphins and serotonin, which elicit our feelings of calmness. These neurotransmitters work to reduce pain and stress, keeping us worry-free and happy. Hot chocolate is clearly happiness in a cup. Yep, the next time we'll see it will be on Friday, the 31st of January in 2025. All right, nicely done. Hopefully when we come back, we'll be able to come back without any technical difficulties. If do, stand by and we'll be then back online again. We'll be right back right after this.
Barbie and the Rockers, their album's #1. Barbie and the Rockers, their stickers are lots of fun.
Like this Barbie sticker album's like totally awesome. Like all my friends trade their extra Barbie stickers so we can fill our albums faster.
Barbie and the Rockers, they play on center stage. Barbie and the
Rockers is 35 cents. A packet of 6 stickers is 25 cents. Each sold separately.
Stick with Panini.
Ronald McDonald and Friends in Garden Full of Fun.
Ronald, why are you always so busy in the garden?
Because something's always coming up.
Who won the vegetable race?
The lettuce. It won by a head. What's red and grows on a vine?
A tomato.
No, a cucumber with a sunburn.
I love vegetable jokes.
Yeah, they're always in good taste.
It's a good time for the great taste.
Ah, salad at McDonald's. What could top that?
Salad dressing.
At McDonald's.
Okay, everybody, come outside. Everybody ready for a wild, wet ride?
Slip and slide. You can put it on your lawn. Turn the water on, then you run, and you're sliding on your top. Slip and slide. Slip and slide.
It's a lot of fun to play when the spray goes all the way.
Slip and slide.
Slip and Slide comes with plastic slide and fasteners from Wham-O.
We girls love styling our long, luscious hair right. Super Hair Barbie.
Easy.
First, twist it round our secret barrette. Push the tip, another flip, and then clip. Super Hair Barbie.
You're it.
Any way we want to look, our magic barrette is all it took. We girls can do anything, right, Barbie?
Super Hair Barbie doll with magic hair barrette and a glamorous jumpsuit. New from Mattel.
All right. How I saved $13,000 in 1 year doing 3 simple things. Well, Michelle L. Black talks about this fantastic article. And yes, this mom of 3 made some simple budget changes and saved around $13,000 in just 1 year. Becoming a mother changes a person, including their financial priorities. This truth is something that Jamelia Souffrant, founder of the hit podcast Journey to Launch, can identify with on a deep personal level. Souffrant, heavily pregnant with her first child, was in the middle of a long commute home from work when she found herself in tears, longing for a way to change her life. She wanted a way to break free from a demanding job and find a way to be more present for her growing family. Spoiler alert, she succeeded in her journey toward a better life, and finding ways to save money was a big part of her success. You can save money too, and learning from the habits of people who are great at saving money can be the best place to start. From Brooklyn to New Jersey and back again, Souffrant faced a long, tedious commute to and from work every day. And the demanding schedule and even her job itself was something that she longed to be free of, as she was about to be a first-time mom. I just felt like something was missing from my job, she says. I wasn't happy and wanted more from my life. She saw saving and investing as a way out. If she could be more strategic and intentional about how she spent and saved money, she might just have the ability to change her life and possibly even retire early. So she started to learn from other people who had taken this approach and experienced success, listening to podcasts and reading blogs. Number 1, spending less on food. One of the first changes she made was cutting back on the amount of money she was spending on food. In the past, she and her husband dined out regularly. She also had a habit of buying breakfast and lunch on the go during the work week. But when the two of them decided to adjust their food-related spending habits, they were able to save an impressive $600 a month with a few simple changes. We put a limit on how much we wanted to spend each month going out to eat, Souffrant says, but we still had it in our budget so we could enjoy ourselves. She also started bringing her breakfast and lunch to work every day and gave herself Fridays as the only day she bought lunch during the week. Over the course of a year, these changes added up to over $7,000 in savings. And if you're looking for more tips on reducing food spending, check out how this woman changed her grocery shopping habits and saved nearly $5,000 per year. Shopping for more affordable home and auto insurance. Another strategy Souffrant used to stretch her income was finding better rates on her home and auto insurance policies. It's a small thing, says Souffrant, but now we're saving a few $1,000s a year because I combined our insurance providers. Between finding the right home and auto insurance provider, identifying hidden fees, and bundling services to score a discount, she was able to trim another $300 per month or $3,600 per year from her expenses. Pausing vacations unless they were budget friendly. The third change Souffrant and her husband made when it came to cutting expenses was the way they approached vacation planning. She was able to save around $2,000 per year by putting a pause on all travel that wasn't budget friendly or free, meaning it was drivable and didn't require a hotel stay. Souffrant was able to stay motivated despite the sacrifice of less glamorous vacations because she had a bigger goal, leaving her job and eventually retiring early. She told herself, maybe we're not going on vacations even though we could technically afford it, because we're going to be able to do this later on in a better way. So what did she do with the extra savings she made from these 3 changes? Souffrant and her husband decided to invest the extra $13,000 per year they freed up in their budgets and then some. It was so much fun to see how much money we're saving and investing, says Souffrant, and I just knew the reward would come. Knowing that she wasn't wasting money on anything she didn't actually need was a nice touch too. Deciding to spend less and save more can be intimidating at first, and those feelings of unease can be strong if you're looking to save and invest aggressively like Souffrant. So to help deal with these worries, Souffrant created a backup plan. We told ourselves it doesn't have to be all or nothing, says Souffrant. If we realize this is not comfortable or we're not happy, we don't have to do it anymore. This permission to adjust if needed was a personal finance rule no one taught her, but it gave her family the confidence to try this new money-saving lifestyle, and the changes proved to be worth sticking with it in the end. She is still working toward early retirement goals, but she was able to reach one big milestone sooner than she could have imagined. In 2018, after she had her third child, she was able to quit her job. A year earlier, Sue Font started the award-winning podcast Journey to Launch as a way to stay accountable and chronicle her financial independence journey. The podcast launched enabled her to earn more from her own business and change how and where she was able to earn money to support her family and their financial goals. Before she was able to quit her job, Sue Font spent a lot of time listening to others talk about how they were working toward financial independence. I was excited to go to my car and drive because that meant I could listen to podcasts about people saving and investing and traveling the world, says Sue Font. It really motivated me, especially when I heard about a black woman talking about the financial independence retire early movement or the FIRE movement. Now that she's sharing her own story and financial successes, Sue Font hopes to have the same impact on the lives of others, and the plan is working. Through her blog and podcast, she gets to meet more and more people who want to learn more about money saving and investing moves she's making. So check out these inspiring podcasts to encourage your own life goals. Jamelia Sue Font, founder of the hit podcast Journey to Launch. Michelle L. Black, well, Michelle Lambert Black is a credit expert, finance writer, and travel writer with nearly 20 years of experience. She's also the founder of CreditWriter.com, a judgment-free personal finance community for busy moms like herself. And when she's not writing about credit and money, Michelle loves to travel with her family of 5, usually to somewhere sunny and warm. Thank you, Michelle Black and Jamelia Sue Font, for that fantastic article to try to save $13,000 a year. It worked, and you just got to get yourself motivated to do it, folks. All right, next up in the list, we have how to learn something new every day to stay sharp and interesting. Great advice. We'll look at it when we come back on DMS 3000 News right after this.
Who tried to bite a Chips Ahoy cookie without biting a chip? I'll reconstruct the crime. Snack time. Someone spies a plateful of Chips Ahoy cookie. He bites a chip. He tries again, but the chips are stacked against him.
Original, chewy, and now new striped Chips Ahoy.
I confess. I did it, and I'll do it again.
Did you bite a chip?
That Cocoa Krispies chocolatey taste sends you to this chocolatey place, to a land full of chocolate that goes snap, crackle, pop-a-lot. Let Cocoa Krispies fill your spoon and soon be gazing at a cocoa moon, sitting under a chocolate palm tree by the cocoa sea.
Kellogg's Cocoa Krispies, part of this complete breakfast.
Get that Cocoa Krispies taste. Leave a chocolatey smile on your face. Snap, crackle, pop. Cocoa Krispies. Yeah.
Twizzlers make me very happy. I love the way they taste so chewy. Twizzlers make me very happy.
We love the way they taste so fruity, so chewy, so happy and oh so juicy.
Twizzlers make me very happy.
Twizzlers make your mouth so very happy.
Oh, so happy.
Hey, Rose. Gosh darn bee wants to tempt old Black Bart's tummy.
With the taste of nuts and honey, it's part of this nutritious breakfast.
Know how to sing, bee.
I'm gonna tempt your tummy with the taste of nuts and honey. It's a honey of the know.
You know, Black Bart Thizos ain't half bad.
Honey and nuts, huh?
Woohoo!
Somebody tell you to stop singing, bee?
Oh, Bart.
Well, there goes the Honey Nut Cheerios bee once again, and he's staying sharp to learn something new every day, just like all of us should. Life is rarely boring if you open to discovering new things, and here's how to learn something new every day so your mind is always active and your conversation always sparkling, as Kathy Gerard will tell us about this interesting article. We spend a lot of years in the classroom acquiring all kinds of knowledge, but as time goes on, we humbly discover on a daily basis that there's so much more we don't know. Intellectual curiosity is a wonderful thing, And research shows that people who engage in mentally and socially stimulating activities throughout their lives and learn something new every day reduce their risk for cognitive decline. You can find a hobby, read through this book list, or even learn a new language, but those aren't the only ways to acquire more smarts on the regular. Learning something new every day is an achievable goal we can all get behind. If you're keen on discovering how to be smarter, here's how you can make it easier. Not only will you improve your odds of crushing it at Jeopardy, there are many other perks to gaining more knowledge and having a broader perspective. Here are some of the benefits of being a lifelong learner. The more knowledge you weave into your life, the more textured the fabric of your personality becomes. People are drawn to those who have interesting ideas, and there's a good chance you'll meet new people when you have a broader perspective. According to the Pew Research Center, 74% of adults are considered personal learners, meaning they advance their knowledge about something that personally interests them. And 80% of personal learners say they sought out knowledge in an area of personal interest because they wanted to make their life more interesting and full. Learning new ideas and skills can work wonders for your self-esteem, and when you know that you can learn something new, not to mention retain it and use it later, it gives you the push you need to continue your daily intellectual journey. And when you contribute interesting information to conversations with friends or coworkers, you can take pride in showing them how wise you are. If you're looking for other ways to boost your faith in yourself, here are 100 plus confidence quotes that will inspire you in your future learning. Wish we had all that time to cover 100 plus confidence quotes, but if you click on this blue, it will take you to those 100 confidence quotes. Learning new things helps you develop critical thinking skills that can widen your world. The more you know, the broader your perspective will be, and the more engaged you will become with a wider range of people and cultures. When you know more about the background of a different country, for example, you can have a deeper appreciation for their traditions and experiences. Even if you think you've already pretty empathetic, being open-minded can help you grow your emotional intelligence. More knowledge doesn't just better for your personal growth, it can boost your paycheck too. According to Walden University, only 25% of hiring managers say that job seekers have their skills their company needs. If you want to get a raise, a promotion, or want to pivot to a career in a new industry, it's worth taking the time to acquire any additional skills listed on the job posting. And you don't need to get a bachelor's degree or master's degree to do that. Free online learning opportunities can help you sparkle in a sea of resumes. If you're stumped for ideas on how to acquire knowledge on the regular, here are a few thoughts on how to do it. And spoiler alert, it doesn't mean you need to bury your nose in a book. We're all busy these days, and it's quite possible that new ideas and concepts we're exposed to are just flying right over our heads. If you're in a conversation with someone who is talking about something you don't know anything about, deeply engage instead of checking out and letting your attention roam elsewhere. Stay present by actively listening and asking questions. If you're watching an informative documentary on a streaming channel, put your phone in another room. That way, the program will have your full attention. It's tough to retain information when you're distracted by something else, and cell phones are perhaps the biggest thieves of our trains of thought. Work on improving your focus with a phone in sight, without a phone in sight. Different people know different things. So when you make an effort to chat with folks you don't already know, you may find that you're exposed to a lot of new ideas. If you take classes in person, meeting people will be a no-brainer. If you're not taking an in-person class, seek out opportunities to be in the company of information-seeking others. Join a book club, go to a lecture at your local community center, or volunteer for an organization that does work with which you're unfamiliar. You're not going to learn something new every day if you don't bust out of your daily grind. It can be comforting to have a set routine, but it can also close you off to fresh perspectives and new learning opportunities. If change isn't your thing, start small by taking a new route to work. A change of scenery very well may expose you to a new idea or concept about which you'd like to learn. In fact, visual spatial intelligence is a type of intelligence that works hand in hand with creativity. Over time, You'll develop a daily habit of learning through exposure to different ideas, locations, and activities. Here are the steps. Acquiring the knowledge doesn't happen without a little bit of effort, but it's well worth the reward. And here are some basic steps to make learning simpler and more streamlined. Number one, decide what you want to know. The world is a big place with a lot of things to discover, so it can help to narrow down what you're interested in. Make a list. Was there a class you never took in college, let's say archaeology, that you've always regretted? Maybe you'd like to learn more about tech to keep up with your offspring. It's far easier to retain new information when we really connect with the topic. And who knows, if you enjoy math riddles, maybe algebra will be more fascinating to you now than it was in the 8th grade. Number two, set your goals. If you want to learn something new every day, then it helps to set an intention on how to make that happen. A huge part of learning and sticking to goals is adopting good habits. Goals should be realistic, and you're not going to learn how to speak French in a week or how to dance Swan Lake that quickly either. Creating a doable action plan can help you on your track. If setting and achieving goals doesn't come naturally to you, bone up on even more goal-setting strategies. And step 3, set aside time for it. This one can be the trickiest part. If your daily calendar is already jam-packed, ask yourself if there's anything you can trim away. Do you really need to scan your social media for an hour every evening after work? Maybe you can dedicate half of that time to reading a few in-depth news articles about current events instead. If there's really no wiggle room in your day, consider listening to an educational podcast on your way home from way to or home from work. And if you'd rather spend your commute puzzling out your detective skills, consider the best true crime podcast or watch this show every day. Fortunately for all of us, the existence of the internet means you don't have to go farther than your phone or laptop and don't have to write a huge tuition check to acquire more knowledge. You just need to be distracted by adorable hedgehog videos. Here are some of the best free places to learn new skills and big ideas according to what you want to know. So, to learn a new language, Duolingo. Maybe you're not the best at learning how to remember things, and that high school Spanish knowledge has gone out the window. Or maybe you just always wanted to learn Italian and never had the opportunity. You can choose from more than 35 languages with Duolingo, and you can practice in just a few minutes a day. The lessons are broken down into digestible chunks, which makes it easier to fit learning into your lunch hour or an evening to yourself. The free website or mobile app tracks your progress to help you stay on track. To brush up on existing knowledge, the Khan Academy is an online platform that provides free access to high-quality learning materials. There are interactive exercises, instructional videos, and other resources to help you relearn math, computer science, history, economics, improve your vocabulary, and more. And the lessons break down complicated subjects into simplified concepts, making them easier to digest. And to boost your personal growth, those TED Talks. Yeah, those TED Talks are short and offer inspiring free videos that are created and shared by reliable experts in a wide variety of subjects. Watching them will help you stay current on the latest trends and developments in whatever your field of interest may be. Topics range from activism to industrial design and work-life balance, and there's something for everyone to learn. If you get hooked, you can pay for a membership to unlock access to live events and ad-free podcasts, or you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel, TED Talk, because they have a YouTube channel. And it goes all the way back to however when TED Talk started. You can go way back to the beginning and just punch in the subject, and you'll be on your way. To sharpen your professional skills, LinkedIn Learning. Whether you want to build on what you already know or pick up some new career skills, LinkedIn Learning is a web or mobile app platform where you can access more than 20,000 online courses taught by industry professionals. You can start off with a free 1-month trial. An annual membership is $20 per month, or you can pay $40 per month if you don't want a longer commitment. And to learn code, the Code Academy, or the Code Academy. Coding is one of the most in-demand skills of the 21st century. If you don't want a job in the tech world, there's certainly no downside to knowing it. Code Academy was created to make coding engaging and accessible for as many people as possible. You can take classes in Python, JavaScript, or several other computer programming languages, or you can choose a career path and they'll teach you the skills you'll need for that line of work. Their basic plan is free, but they also have a plus plan for $17.49 per month and a pro plan for $30 a month. And they're your sources from the Delaware Journal of Public Health, Pew Research, and the Walden University. Kathy Gerard is a lifestyle writer and editor who covers a broad range of topics, including nutrition, health news, beauty, and celebrities. She is also a gardening enthusiast, a bicycle lover, and an adjunct instructor at NYU who teaches classes on fact-checking and media literacy. Beautiful article. Hope that helps you get on your track path to becoming a more sharper and interesting person. Now, when we come back, here's how your memory really works. We'll find that out coming up next. It's 5 o'clock right now. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. In fact, it's 5 o'clock right now. We'll be right back right after this.
He'll never find us out here.
My name's Ice Cream Jones, with cereal called Ice Cream Cone.
Never find us.
A crunchy new cereal for breakfast, with the great taste of ice cream cone.
Little cones and puffs that taste like vanilla ice cream cones or chocolate chip. The crunchy part of this nutritious breakfast.
He found us.
As sure as my name's Ice Cream Jones, I'll bring the great new taste of ice cream cones. New ice cream cone cereal.
Ronald McDonald and Friends in Garden Full of Fun.
Ronald, why are you always so busy in the garden?
Because something's always coming up.
Who won the vegetable race?
The lettuce. It won by a head. What's red and grows in a vine?
A tomato.
No, a cucumber with a sunburn.
I love vegetable jokes.
Yeah, they're always in good taste.
It's a good time for the great taste.
Ah, salad at McDonald's. What could top that?
Salad dressing.
Of McDonald's.
It's a Kool-Aid Caper clue and a chance for you to help Kool-Aid Man find where Scorch is hiding with the key to the Kool-Aid vault.
Search high and low. Where I am, you won't know.
Surfenberry Beach. Well, I'm not bored. Any way you look at it, I'm having a ball. Man, Surfenberry Punch. Hey, I got it made in the shade, but I still don't have a clue.
But you do. So mark it on your map for a chance to win $100 in toys from Toys R Us.
Scorch!
Hey, Alan, here's a new Striped Chips Ahoy cookie. Bet you bite a stripe of fudge.
No way I bite a stripe.
Oh, yeah?
I can still handle it. Difficult, but not impossible.
One more stripe coming up.
Now that's sneaky.
Original, chewy, and now new Striped Chips Ahoy. 6 fudge stripes on the front and one tremendous stripe on the back.
Guess I bit a stripe.
All right, here's how your memory really works. If you really want to know, Guy P. Harrison from Psychology Today tells us how your memory really works. And your brain doesn't work like a tape recorder. Sometimes that's a good thing. What would you be without your memories? How important is your ability to remember the past and to draw on it to inform your next move? I'll answer for you. It's right up there with breathing and eating. One would think that understanding how memory works would be a high priority for all people in all societies, considering memories form the foundation of our personalities and give meaning to our lives. The truth, however, is that most people, regardless of intelligence or education, know little about memory. A revealing study by research psychologists Daniel Simons and Christopher Chabris asked people simple questions about memory and then compared their answers with those of experts in memory research. The results show how far removed from reality the public's beliefs about memory are. For instance, to the question, is there a video camera in your head? Well, 63% of people surveyed strongly agreed or mostly agreed that human memory works like a video camera, accurately recording the events we see and hear so that we can review and inspect them later. None of the experts, 0%, strongly agreed or mostly agreed that memory works like a video camera. When asked, is confident testimony necessarily accurate testimony? More than a third of people, 37%, strongly or mostly agreed that Testimony of one confident eyewitness should be enough evidence to convict a defendant of a crime. Not one expert used in the study strongly or mostly agreed with this. 93.8% strongly disagreed. So how does memory work? Well, I prefer to describe it as something like an old man sitting by a campfire somewhere deep in your brain. He means well and wants to help, but he doesn't show you your past like some wizard with a time portal. The best he can do is tell you stories, and like all good storytellers, he edits for impact, efficiency, functionality, and clarity. He tells you what he assumes you need to know. Sometimes he may even embellish the tale by adding a bit of flavor. Accuracy be damned. Or the old man might decide to leave out a few things in order to spare your pain or shame. He also makes honest mistakes, lots and lots of them. Sometimes he just gets confused or sloppy and leaves out something important. He could even include inaccurate information by accident. And maybe that special memory of your first kiss in the middle school has been infiltrated with portions of a college experience or a scene from a movie you saw many years ago. Remember, we don't need to remember every detail about everything. In other words, memory is associative and constructive, and there is no consistent, orderly, or rational sense to it. It's not like flies on a computer hard drive arranged by subject or placed in chronological order. A memory will be tucked away and connected to other memories or concepts in ways that are not necessarily practical or logical. And this is why a particular smell or sound may bring up a memory even though it wasn't important in the original experience. It's also the reason we can't always recall in an instant a memory we need, even if it's there somewhere in our neural jungle. Memories come to us in a way that is similar to how archaeologists and police detectives use bits of information, artifacts, and clues to construct stories about past people and events. It also helps to remember what memory cannot do. The first and most important lesson is that human memory is not reliable, not even close. One memory processes did not evolve to keep accurate and detailed accounts of the events in our lives. The brain is not your personal stenographer or record keeper. You may believe you can replay something from the past, but you can't. You may see the past crystal clear in your mind, but that's not personal history you are watching. It's a docudrama at best. And when you remember, your memory tells your brain a story, and how much may be lost in transit. The human brain is still a mysterious universe in many ways, of course. Fortunately, enough has been revealed to offer us some guidance toward wiser and safer navigations through daily life. Your memory is best thought of as helpful input. It's packaged information sent to help us cope in the present and plan for the future. It is not meant to provide foolproof transcripts or recordings of what really happened. And while this can complete our lives or complicate it, it works just fine most of the time. And we don't need to remember every detail about everything. For more than 2 million years of human existence, we have survived and thrived in large part because our memory worked well enough. Even if our information-soaked, hyper-connected, and fast-changing world, it still does. All right, there you have it, friends. Another great article in the books. And that brings us now to the daily motivator of the day. So let's get there right now. Let's go to daily motivator. There we go. Perfect. All right. We're ready to go and getting ready to end our program. But first and foremost, here is Ralph Marston with today's daily motivator titled Live Intentionally. Refuse to be pigeonholed into a predefined space. Live with authentic purpose with intention. There's no value to be given or received by being the 50 millionth person to repeat what was never really compelling in the first place. Go your own way. Live your unique purpose with intention. What's mass produced can be useful and easily accessible, but won't ever be fulfilling. Mimicking the choices of others will never equal the satisfaction of following through on your own intentions. You deserve more than what's just handed to you. You can do better than the default choices that are made for you by others. Do the work to discover and understand what matters most to you, what you can do with it, and what you can do about it all. Feel the power in whatever you love and care about, and transform that power into intentional, effective action. Celebrate as you and your world reap the benefits of your intention, and be inspired to continue long living intentionally. Ralph Marston. Thank you very much for another great story or another great daily motivator on today, January 31st, the final day of January. Well, that's going to do it for us today. And we thank you for joining us here tonight. It was a really great treat. And we got through the first month of the new year in one piece. And we're ready to tackle the second month of the new year, of the year actually, with February. And remember, all month long, starting tomorrow, we will look at Black History Month. We'll look at either 1, 2, or 3 famous people or famous events that took place and cover those events for you. It will be a great tribute to some fantastic people who have inspired to change the course of our lives, and they did it in ways that didn't hurt people, yet they suffered at the hands of racist prejudice and other things that caused them to be killed or slaughtered. And of course, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is one of those people who pretty much changed the course of the world by giving everybody, blacks, whites, Chinese, Italian, whatever nationality you are, the opportunity to be free and independent and make your own decisions and choices in a capitalist democracy of the United States of America. We will see you tomorrow. And remember, be honest, be real, and keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Have a good night. From all of us here, I'm Jason DeCanio. Bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Gary Dawson Network for more great content like this one.